Welcome to the Jim Master Show Live, everybody. Good to have you here and nice to see all your smiley faces. Welcome to the show. Boy, we've got some great guests who are actually making a return visit to the Jim Master Show Live. Remember the last time they were on the show, we had an epic conversation. We had a lot of laughs. They even sang for us too. We are talking about the guys from the legends, I should say. They are legends in the music industry. They have done it all. They continue to do it all. Talking about these fine gentlemen here. Yes, Joe Coleman, Joe Blunt, Theo Peoples from Voices of Classic Soul. I know you guys are all excited. They are back on the show exclusively. And Joe Blunt is in his home. Joe Coleman is actually on the road. He has been celebrating his birthday weekend. He's going to all the top shows, all the top places. He's entering the hotel right now. He just got out of the limo. He was giving us a play-by-play of some of the cool things that are happening right now in Vegas. Again, these guys are terrific friends, and they put on some great shows too as Voices of Classic Soul. Of course, you know Joe Coleman. Joe, an extraordinary talent, somebody who just really loves what he does. And he's been doing it for quite some time, gang. Of course, Joe Coleman, consummate entertainment professional, renowned as a double, triple threat. He's an accomplished singer, actor, performer. Joe's double, triple threat comes from his acclaim as a theatrical composer. And there you see him then and now, which is kind of cool on your screen. Songwriter, astute businessman. He was member of the famed the Platters. Yes, for 23 years, he was with the Platters, a regular at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas, performing popular songs such as Only You, My Prayer, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, The Great Pretender, and many more number-one hits. Joe also has performed with renowned Barbra Streisand on the Finale Tour, Ben E. King, The Temptations, Smokey Robinson, Natalie Cole, B.B. King, Lou Rawls, and many more. And mere words cannot express how proud Joe was to have received and been selected as the featured vocalist for a tribute awards gala for television icon and philanthropist Oprah Winfrey as well, which was held in Washington, D.C. He also feels blessed to have been tapped to perform with such luminaries as Maya Angelou, Quincy Jones, Nancy Wilson, Nancy Wilson, and the wonderful cinema icon Sidney Poitier. As among his acting credits as well, the recent hit If This Hat Could Talk and the off-Broadway productions of Destiny in My Hands, Mama I Want to Sing, Nothing But the Blues, Heaven and the Homeboy, directed by Tony Award-winning director Greg Payson. He's received rave reviews from everywhere: ABC, Washington Post, New York Daily News, major outlets for the 26 original song compositions for the hit musical If This Hat Could Talk. He's done it all, truly, from jazz to pop to R&B to blues, R&B to blues, with a firm upbringing in gospel music. He has thrilled varied audiences with his mercurial style and smooth delivery. And I tell you, he's been doing it for a long time, and he's a part of Voices of Classic Soul, which is really, really something special. If you've never seen their performances, they are absolutely amazing. And of course, Joe Blunt joining us as well. We're so honored to have them here. Again, you know, they're very busy guys. There's a lot going on. As I said, Joe Coleman has been riding around in a limo, and that's going to be a lot of fun to see that. Joe Blunt, born in Newport News, Virginia, raised in Washington, D.C. Joe Blunt began his professional singing career at the age of 18 when he signed his first recording contract with DC Cap City Records as a member of the R&B vocal group The Chancellors, which also included Glenn Leonard. Joe is the lead singer on the group's debut single, Sad Avenue. Although the group eventually disbanded, Joe and Leonard continued their quest for stardom with the formation of a popular local group called the Instant Groove, and later launched yet another group, True Reflection, whose 1973 debut album on Atlantic Records, Where I'm Coming From, has become something of a collector's item among soul music fans all over the world. The album utilized many of the musicians and arrangers who popularized the sound of Philadelphia, which greatly influenced the soul and R&B music of the era. True Reflection, of course, toured with many of the popular acts of the time: Al Green, the OJs, the Isley Brothers, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and the Dramatics, to name a few, and also performed on the popular TV show Soul Train. Yeah, we all watched that, right? The group, of course, however, may be best remembered as the group that eventually produced one member of the Temptations, one member of the Platters, and in 1975, Joe Blunt became a member of the legendary Drifters. And during his years with the Drifters, Joe was privileged to perform alongside two inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and perhaps most prolific lead singers of the Drifters, storied past the legendary Benny King, the late great Johnny Moore. Joe, of course, was also featured as a lead singer on some of the Drifters album tracks released during that period. Several TV appearances, recording sessions, major concert tours around the world. He had retired from the Drifters and returned to the musical roots as a gospel music performer, and also began to pursue a passion for the dramatic arts as an actor in various theatrical productions in and around Washington, D.C. as well. He is, of course, he was awarded a gold disc by Sony Music in 2012 for his musical contributions to the compilation CD, The Drifters, the very best of, which was certified gold in the UK. Really, really cool. And of course, he's in Voices of Classic Soul with Joe Coleman, and also with Theo Peoples as well. Yes. And it's great to have Theo back too. Theo was just doing a meeting. The guys are very busy, and he rushed right to his computer and everything, got things set up so he can join us as well. He's going to join us in just a second. Theo, again, another incredible talent. If you've ever heard Theo Peoples' voice, it's no secret why many regard him as one of the most authentic voices in the music industry, and agree truly that he has raised the bar high because of his soulful vocal style. For nearly 2 decades, Theo Peoples, his voice has been critical to the legacy of not just one, but two of Motown's iconic groups, the Temptations and the Four Tops, with classics like Baby, I Need Your Loving, and Reach Out, I'll Be There, and Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got by the Four Tops, to name a few. He has earned the singular honor of being the only man to be a member of both legendary groups, and his bona fide voice has been, of course, well received by many, and around the world, too. He was discovered and hand-selected to join the Temptations back in 1992, and his soulful and muscular vocals often elicit comparisons to some of soul music's greatest vocalists from within the Temptations lineup throughout the years, such as David Ruffin and Dennis Edwards and many others. During his 6-year tenure with them, he recorded on 2 albums, See the Spotlight with a flawless rendition of the classic song Night and Day on Mel Gibson's romantic comedy film, What Women Want. And also, as well, composed and masterfully sang his own devotional composition, This Is My Promise. Having made his national debut as one of the Temptations and earning his reputation as the voice, he once again was a choice pick in 1998 by a second legendary group, the Four Tops, after original member Lawrence Payton's passing. Shortly after joining the group, he was personally handed the successor's torch as well. And after his retirement, Levi Stubbs' retirement due to illness, after 12 years of touring with the Four Tops, Theo managed to leave a stamp on their legacy with brilliant homage to Levi, recreating memories of classic Four Tops songs, which his own indelible vocal style has been a part of. He has shared the stage and studio, holding his own with legends such as Aretha Franklin and Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Bill Medley, of course, of the Righteous Brothers, just to name a few. And he's extraordinary. And again, a part of Voices of Classic Soul. If you haven't seen the guys, you got to check out their shows. They have a lot of fun together. They are really, really respectful of each other's legacies, which I think is fantastic. And it's just really awesome to have the guys here. So in various locations across the United States, you never know where these guys are going to pop up. Join me in welcoming these legends, but also real class acts to the Jim Masters Show live. Again, last time they were here, we had an epic time, lots of laughs, and I don't doubt that's going to happen again. So, Joe Coleman is here.
Hey.
Let's bring him in. There's Joe. He's already signing autographs. Look at that. He's signing autographs already. And Joe Blunt is here again. Welcome, Joe. And Theo is here. Thanks, Theo. I know you probably jumped over a few hurdles and you got into that famous chair that you're in. It's so great. And hey, you know, Joe, like 5 minutes ago, was giving play-by-play in this beautiful limousine. You know, everybody was waving. He was stopping traffic. He parted the sea like Moses when they realized who was in that limousine. And he was giving us a tour of Vegas. Now he got into the hotel. That elevator must have moved fast for you.
Yeah, believe it or not, it is. It's almost like a bullet train in Japan. That thing goes up to the 30th floor like, wow.
So you're in Vegas, and
Yes.
Theo, where are you right now? Theo? Oh, can you hear us, Theo? Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Are you talking? Okay, he said. So we don't hear you, but we see you, and you look great. But something, yeah, we don't hear you. So while you play with the knobs and switches, we'll go to Joe Blunt. Where are you, Joe?
I'm at home.
You're at home.
That's chilling.
Where's so,
and
Right
you're
outside
home. And where are you?
Right outside of Washington, D.C.
You're right there in D.C. Home is a nice place to be. That's fantastic. Hey, gang, last time you were here, we had so much fun, and you guys are just fantastic. You're really amazing talents, and I really encourage folks, again, to check out a Voices of Classic Soul show when you can. You mentioned there's some shows that are coming up around holiday time in December, too, and all, but it's also Joe Coleman's birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
October 26th was the big day. The Lord let me see life, and
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, happy birthday, my friend. Here's to many more happy and healthy. And I remember last time you were on this show, it was around my birthday, which is in September, the 24th, about a year ago.
Right.
And you were so kind and generous. You guys sang some songs, and we love that. But you sang Happy Birthday to me, which I think was really, really something extra special. And we have evidence of that as you decided you wanted to take the long way. And here we go. This was absolutely fantastic, and it was hilarious. This is Joe Coleman, about a year ago or so, singing me Happy Birthday on the show. And listen to the way he does it. Happy birthday, Jim.
Every happy birthday, Jim. Let me take a shot at it. I'm going to take the long way. I'm going to take the long way to get there, okay?
Love it.
So here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sing along, choir. Happy birthday. I'm talking to the folks in the audience. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let me hear you, South Africa. Happy birthday. Come on, Vermont.
Brazil
Happy
and England.
birthday. Come on, Iowa.
San Diego.
Happy birthday. Where you at, Wisconsin? Happy birthday. Come on, New England. Happy birthday. Now, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, dear James Steve. Who am I singing birthday?
Who's Steve? Steve? Boy, you not only took the long way, you took the wrong way.
We had it right, and then I got nervous.
Okay, so let's. I can rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Jim works fine.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
you have to remind me of
Remind
me that
taking that long way, right? Taking that long. That was fantastic. That was
Oh,
classic, and that was just really so.
that's
Happy
fun.
birthday to you!
Thank you
And
so much.
I think we should together maybe sing "Happy Birthday" to Joe. Theo, can you? Do we hear you, Theo?
Yes. Theo's lost out in
He's
the
just
wilderness.
he's just
in
expressing with his hands. I wonder what it is. Something. Yeah.
He's lost in
Maybe-
the wilderness out there in St. Louis.
Maybe if you go out and you come back in, maybe sometimes if you go out and come back in, and then it'll trigger something with the audio. Maybe you have to click activate your microphone or something, perhaps.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It does ask you to allow. Maybe you didn't allow people coming in.
to allow the mic access. Yeah,
Right.
maybe that's what it is. So try that. Maybe if you pop out and pop back in. Yeah. There you So tell us, we'll do that when he comes back, but tell us, Joe, what have you been doing for your birthday weekend? And congratulations. You've been man about town, huh?
Yeah, it's been something. It's been something besides, running to a few special friends out here. Thursday night, I went to see the MJ1, the Cirque du Soleil show, which was fantastic. Here at the Mandalay Bay. And then last night I went to see John Legend over at Planet Hollywood. Like I said, my godson, Jamel McWilliams, is the creative director for John. So he put that show together. So it was really an extra special treat for me to experience that, because I'm catching John, who sounded amazing.
Yes.
But my godson put together a show with the dancers. And I mean, he just took us on a journey, and so it was really quite fantastic.
You must be very proud, Joe, that he's working with. But you mentioned working with John Legend, but also he's worked with a lot of other major people, huh?
Absolutely, Lizzo, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey. Still works for John Baptiste. He's like the man right now. He puts choreographs their shows, and he's just really quite amazing. And to top it off, he's just a very sweet and great guy, just warm and friendly, God-fearing young man, and I'm super proud of him. Super proud of him. Oh, the silence continues.
Look at this.
Voices of Classicsoul.
Just watching his expressions are funny. He's like, I've been doing this for 30 years. What is this? It's just a microphone. Are we kidding here? Isn't that funny that it's...
That is crazy.
That's it. Meanwhile, Joe's bouncing around in a limousine, and we got his audio and everything. That's funny. And Joe Blunt, how have you been since we chatted last, and how are things going for you?
Oh, I can't complain, man. Just hanging in there, trying to make it work, as they say.
Oh, I think we got you, Theo. I'm going to check. Hey, Theo's in the house. Yay. We hear you. We hear you. Welcome, Theo.
You can hear me now?
We hear you now.
Okay.
We just wish we could have heard all the words you were saying when we couldn't hear you.
You don't want to hear those words?
Maybe not.
Hopefully we don't have any lip readers watching.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. So, Joe, you were saying how things are with you and DC and the family, everything. We've been, since we chatted last, we've gone through some interesting times in our lives, and it's so good to see you guys in good health and good spirits through it all.
Absolutely. It's been some crazy times, as you say, but, we press on.
That's what it is. Exactly. Press on is right. And Theo, how are you? Thanks for hopping in that chair. I know you've been busy. What were you just doing, a meet greet type thing or something moments ago?
No, running some errands and stuff, and I've just lost track of time, but I'm here. So yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
Good.
Yeah, that's it. So it's Joe Coleman's birthday. So you want to join us in singing happy birthday? This time we'll do it. Now, we don't have to take the long way. We could take the short way if we want. Only Joe knows how to do the long way. He's the expert at the long way.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I think we heard enough birthdays. I was dying laughing The one you played earlier on our last encounter, and that was just hilarious.
Wasn't that something? Yeah.
But Big Brother knows. We wish you a happy birthday.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. We'll do something quick for you, Joe. Right? You guys want to join in? Joe Blunt, you want to lead off? And we'll sing Joe Coleman a quick happy birthday.
Nah.
You see what I mean? You don't need enemies.
I think the last time that you sang happy birthday, you scared the guys, Joe Coleman. You scared them from doing it.
I don't mess around, man.
Oh my God. All right.
Well, let's see if we can take a quick stab at it.
Yeah, I'll let
he knows how I feel.
Okay, let's see. Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, Joe Coleman. Happy birthday to you.
I thought you were going to call me John or something.
I'll do it like you. You. Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Theo, how have you been? You mentioned that you were, running around and doing a lot of stuff. I know it's a busy time. How have you been, my friend?
I've been doing wonderful. Just, I got 2 granddaughters running around here driving me crazy, and just enjoying my family life and trying to stay musical. So
yes. Are you? I know, of course, your Voices of Classic Soul, you've come together, but are you guys working on your own individual projects as well? And what are some of the things you guys are working on, Theo?
We're working on some things, and the 3 of us have been in the studio, and we've been actually working on some material for our show. I'm not sure if we're going to put it out until we get it right in the show.
Yeah.
So I think we got some special stuff coming up that you'll enjoy.
That's really fantastic. Remind the audience, too, for the new viewers who are watching, because we have an international audience watching live. Our Lovities, the Jim Master Show Lovities, are watching, and they're commenting throughout, and they welcome all of you. How Voices of Classic Soul actually came together. I mean, individually, the amount of years you guys have and the amount of music that you have given to all of us and gifted all of us over the years is extraordinary. And you could easily, have your feet in the sand in Miami Beach in a hammock with a banana colada, just saying, I've done my part, I did it. But you're still out there, you're doing it, you're still, giving us all the gift of music. How did it all come together for Voices of Classic Soul?
Well, Voices of Classic Soul was kind of a concept that I've been rolling around in my head for a while after leaving physically, after officially leaving the Platters. And it started off with me thinking about 2 old friends that I had. And so called those guys up, and we moved forward to try to put something together. I felt that let me explain it the best way I can. I felt that the Platters were the group that kind of changed the game from, it was kind of came along in the doo-wop era, but the Platters first of all added a woman, Zola Taylor, to the group, and so that was a drastic change and radical change. And then we added more sophisticated lyrics and orchestration and that kind of thing like that. And then the Drifters, who were floating around in the same general time frame, had that New York edge to their music. They kind of it had an edge to it that perhaps the Platters did not have for the urban kind of feel. And the Temptations put all of that together. The sophistication of the lyrics and the orchestration and the edginess an urban edginess of a drifter style thing. So I just felt like that kind of concept would work. Now, of course, we had to track Theo Peoples down somewhere. He was out there in St. Louis, and my management team, Burke Allen and myself, set out on a journey to find him. We thought that it would be interesting to have him in the group because I had the great pleasure of seeing him perform with the Four Tops on 2 separate occasions, and he was killing it. He killed it. You hear me? And so we tracked him down. We had a show coming up in Charleston, West Virginia, with the Charleston Symphony Orchestra, 55 pieces, out in the park, and I asked if he would join us for that show. He flew him to Washington D.C. and rehearsed with us for about a week or so, and I already sent him the stuff so he can kind of get himself set in the music. And we went out and did the show, and it went so well. I said, well, we need to figure out how to keep this guy.
Yeah.
We need to keep him. So, and he's just such a great guy, great personality, fabulous singer and performer. And of course, Joe, as you know, is my age-old friend. I've known him since he was 5. I was just barely born. So we brought those personalities, and I felt that music would just meld together, and it does. And so we've been working and traveling ever since, trying to spread the joy of good music to fans all everywhere. That's the plan.
Exactly. And Joe Blunt, you agree with all that, right? It's great playing with and performing with Joe and Theo, and just the camaraderie and the years of incredible talent that are blended together to create the Voices of Classic Soul is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I do agree with most of that. Of course,
you were barely born and he was 5.
Well, that's a stretch to say the least. But, Coleman and I go back a long way.
We do go way back.
Matter of fact, when I first met Mr. Coleman, we were kids singing in the youth choir of the Mount Pleasant Baptist Church.
Yes, indeed, Washington D.C. Yep.
Wow.
And that's something.
And our moms were co-directors of that little choir, and that's how we first met.
That's right.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
And just trying to learn something about harmonies and so forth. Most of the foundation that we got in music came from those days, I guess.
Absolutely.
So we go back a long ways, and once we started singing together as on the professional side of things, we moved around a little bit from one group to another, and eventually wound up where we are now, and found this guy over here, Mr. Peoples, and said, you know what, he might be just the right thing to add to make it all come together.
Yeah. So when you got that phone call, Theo, and they said you might be the right thing to add to have it all come together, what was your answer to that? I'll be there. Yes, I'll be there yesterday.
pretty much. I mean, they welcomed me in with open arms, and the first concert that we did with the symphony it just worked so well, and I felt very comfortable. I didn't feel any rivalry, so to speak. Everybody's comfortable with who they are and what they do, and that was magic for me, because I've been blessed to have sang with the Temptations and the Four Tops, but I think that the 3 of us, when we combine all of that legacy together, I think it's bigger than we could ever be separately. And so I embraced that and rolled with it, and we've just been doing some wonderful things. And it's a joy to be a part of the Voices of Classic Soul.
I would imagine too that the audiences, when they listen to the music, when they're at the performances, not only are you taking them down memory lane, but you're also preserving really good music. I mean, the melodies, all of it, the rhythms, the melodies, the lyrics, it's music that stands the test of time, and it's music that makes you feel good. And our world right now is devoid of a lot of that, empathy, kindness, feel good. Let's have a good time. Let's care. Let's celebrate living and love and all. And the music that you're delivering and continue to deliver sort of gets the world to stop for a minute to say, hey, this is really what it's all about. Not all that chaos and everything else.
Right.
This is what it's really all about. And that's part of the message of this music too, right?
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, the affection of music has been, not completely gone, but that people aren't singing about that. They're singing about everything else under the sun. But people still want to go out and take their spouse out and be romanced and just have a wonderful evening, listening to some great music, having dinner, coming home. And I think that all of that's got to turn around. You know how things get out of style and then they come back into style? Well, we're going to be there when it comes back into style.
Did you save your bell bottoms?
Yep, platforms, all of that.
That's it. Yeah, well, the things that you guys sing about and the way you make people feel with the music collectively and through the years, in the individual groups, is again a message that is tried and true. I mean, it is about love and kindness and friendship and good times. And what's cool about it is you can tell the respect, the reverence, and the affection that you truly have for one another. It's your performers with your own individual resumes, but you're truly like brothers when you're performing. Just the wonderful camaraderie and the way you play off each other with the humor and the wit and playing with the audience and just the good time feel that you're offering, I think is an extra bonus too. And that's something that you can't fake. You can't script that. That has to really come from within. And that's what's evidenced when people get a chance to see you guys performing. There's a real true mutual love and respect for one another's talents, but for who the other member is, right?
That is totally right. And it makes such a difference in the overall presentation and how the show feels to an audience that everything is kind of coming from a genuine place. You couldn't have said it better. That was well said, Jim. Because I think that's the key to a good show, is to have folks up on the stage that care about each other and care about the music that they're performing. So it is real. It is authentic. And when we're singing about love, we're singing about that true and pure love that kind of got what made us all come together as people even now. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's about that real, genuine, true love and affection. Yeah.
Exactly right. And that's, that, like I said, that's evidenced when you guys are performing. When you put a show together, tell us about that process. How do you know what songs to pick? And do you each individually contribute the ideas of what songs? I mean, how do you decide what an actual show is going to be like?
Well, I guess we're fortunate enough to have a lot of hits to fall back on between the three groups here represented here. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that, so much of music is about love and respect and all the good things in life. And we try to expound on those things that make people happy and that people will remember. And fortunately enough, we come from groups that have had a lot of hit records with a lot of different types of music and expand a very wide variety of concepts and so forth. And in that respect, we've been very fortunate to have those hits to fall back on. And to continue to move forward with our own arrangements of various things that we have within the group, some of which have not even come out yet. We're yet to explore all that we hope to explore very, very soon.
That's really cool. And Theo, you agree with all of that?
100%.
Yeah.
It was well said. He couldn't have said it better. It's it's a great show.
Yeah.
And with all the hits of the four groups, plus how we all feel about each other on stage, we can have fun, and the audience feels that, and what comes from the heart is received to the heart. So we try to give that at every performance, and I think that's what makes us who we are.
And you guys have this staying power too. This, you've outlasted a lot of people who've come and gone through the years, who aren't performing anymore, or just, went in different directions. And you have true staying power, which shows you are really super passionate about what you do. It runs through your veins, through your being, performance and making people feel good and getting them to get up and dance and romance and whatever it may be. To be doing it so long and still wanting to do it and to do it together as you do it, it's part of who you guys are, right? As people.
Absolutely.
It's a love thing. To your point, I mean, you have to love this business. You have to love the music. It's not the easiest business to be in, and there's a lot that goes into creating a performance. Back to your original question, but to creating a show and a performance, and getting to that show and rehearsing for that show, and traveling and rushing to the theater and sound check and all of those things that are happening before you ever hit the stage to perform, and then wrap it up and run to the next city and do it again to the next day. So if there's no, for the combination of the two, if there's no love of the music, and there's no love for your fellow man, for those stage mates of yours, it can be really, really a hard thing. So we enjoy each other, we laugh a lot, and all that, and so that all makes it a lot easier actually to go through this process and hit that stage and be, still be ourselves. And what you see is what you get.
What is that feeling still like, and how is that feeling any different now hitting the stage from when you hit the stage 30 years ago, whatever the case may be? Is there a different feeling? Is there a different appreciation level? What is that feeling like today? Joe Coleman, I'll start with you first.
I think the main difference now is, back then we kind of doing it. Everything was free form. You hadn't really thought anything out other than the show itself. You know your moves, the moves and kind of thing. But you just in truth, I guess I should keep it personal. You were just kind of out there. You know what I mean? And no real thoughts about tomorrow. You're just doing the shows and living that showman's lifestyle, and all of that. And then 30 years later, you have an appreciation for all that it took to get there. You have a certain confidence and experience that allows you to really do the show confidently and with intent. You kind of know all of what's going on. You know how to approach folks. You know where the stress points are to make things happen. Because now it's just a greater sense of knowledge, but and also for myself, a greater appreciation for the fact that I've been blessed to be able to still do what I do and not be embarrassed by my own performance.
That's very, very important.
That's really important.
Joe Blunt, you've been doing this for a long time as well. How does hitting the stage now, how is it different for you, if it is different than 30 years ago or so? Is there a different, as Joe C. was saying, a different appreciation and understanding of, where you're headed, what you're doing? How about for you now versus then?
Well, years always have some effect on all of us, I guess. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that I can think of that I'd rather do than what I've been doing for the last, I don't know how many years. And the thing that keeps me going more than anything else, I think, is when I look out in the audience and I see so many young faces of people who I know were not around when some of these songs first came out, but their parents have exposed them to this music. And it's music that passes the whole time frame thing, you know. So when I look out and I see young people who appreciate what we do as well as the folks who grew up with it, it's really quite gratifying. It really is.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. We're taking a look at some of the now and then photos. Really cool stuff here. I love it. And Theo, how about for you? Again, you've been doing this and been on many stages over the years. How does hitting the stage now affect you? What kind of a sensation, feeling do you get hitting the stage now, all these years later, versus, you know, those first early years hitting the stage?
Well, now I move a little slower than I did in the earlier years. I get winded quickly. we all ain't what we used to be.
You come in with a little more of a slower swagger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think both of the gentlemen covered it. When you love to do what you do, it makes it all worthwhile. And then to see the audience appreciate what you do,
yeah,
it's kind of a self-gratification thing for me. And you know, and I think all three of us, I can speak for, you know, these people buy tickets to see the show and to hear the songs that they want to reminisce. You've got to let them reminisce. You've got to sing the songs the way they remember them. And I think we do that pretty well so that they can sing along with us. You know, don't get too acrobatic and trying to change the song within the song. And I just think we cover the meat of the music. And I think that's what people appreciate the most.
Exactly. You guys have touched on a lot of different, you know, even individually, genres of music in your own individual careers. Have you thought of toying with other genres for Voices of Classic Soul, experimenting with other areas of music as well?
You want to answer that, Joe? I'll defer.
Yeah,
you see the wheels turning in Joe Coleman's head.
You can see it, right? You can see
yes.
But let me tell you, I'm very adventurous.
Yeah.
Even you know, now I'm very, very, very adventurous, and I love the thought of toying with other genres. You know, what I didn't know about Theo when I first met him was that his thing was that he was doing the standards. He was doing all the standards. What was it? The Four Seasons?
Rich Carlton. Seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's going in he's in there doing an R&B show, and he's then, you know, doing that stuff like when I heard Night and Day, which I think that the Temptations version is just simply amazing with him singing lead on that thing. It was so that kind of stuff that intrigues me and thrills me. I love singing blues. Ray Charles introduced me to country music, and so I like that little country rock sound that they have out right now. You know, and so those are areas. In fact, I wrote a song called "I'm Going In," and I wrote it with a guy named Bob Malone, who's big in the rock world.
Oh, he's fantastic. He was a guest on our show. Yeah, what a talented guy, huh?
And so you know, and we wrote it with a country pop kind of feel to it. So I'm very much into that kind of stuff. So yeah, and Theo is such a fine keyboardist and pianist and beyond his vocal abilities until we have the option to try those kinds of things, because he can play that stuff. And we have me there.
Yes. How many different instruments do you play, Theo?
Piano. Used to play saxophone. I put it down when I joined the Temptations, but I probably could still play one. And that's just, I've been a musician first before I even knew I could sing. So, being a minister of music in my dad's church, I got well educated on it. So, and now I'm like Joe. I'm very adventurous. I'm working on a project now, trying to redo some Teddy Pendergrass songs. I think he's one of my favorite vocalists.
He's killing it, Jim. I'm trying to have that. He's killing that stuff
now. So yeah, we got some new stuff coming out. Once we decide what direction we want to take that to, and then the best thing is that we can always add it to our show.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
We do, so.
Right. Exactly. Joe B, do you play instruments as well? And how many do you play?
Oh, about 30 or 40. No, I'm afraid I don't have.
Does that include the spoons too?
Well, now if you're going to include spoons, now we're talking a whole other thing. I leave the instrumental part of it to Theo because he's good at it.
Yeah.
I do a little writing every now and then, lyrically more so than anything else. But
yeah,
the bottom line for us is that we have a way of communicating with one another.
Yeah.
That whenever we start working on any kind of song, whether it's an original piece or something for the show, whatever the case may be, we all kind of interject ideas to try to see what we can do to make it work. And that's part of the joy of working with these guys, that the gifts that they already possess. And when we put it all together, it's magic, man. It really is.
Yeah, it really absolutely is. It's an opportunity to sort of, again, rekindle some of that flame of the music that, I think people are longing for this kind of music and the sound that you guys are continuing to present for us. The industry itself, of course, has changed dramatically now because you've got Spotify and iTunes. And how would you say it has changed being in the music industry from when you guys first started? Joe C., I'll start with you.
Well, I think the big difference now is like they can get their stuff out like immediately. They record, and the next thing you know, it's on Spotify, and it's there. We come from an era from a world where you went in the studio and recorded, and you waited for a release date.
Right.
So that's one, and then you had to wait for that airplay. I released a tune not too long ago, a while back. So maybe it was long, maybe it's longer than I realized. and we kind of did the kind of the internet radio thing with it. Lots of stations around all over, playing the stuff, and that's that back in our day that was unheard of. If WBLS in New York wasn't playing, we had a problem, and so WHER and whatever in DC, and so that's the huge difference now that you still got to figure out how to break through, but you can get your stuff up where it can be viewed and heard immediately. Now that's the primary difference in the process. Now music, that's a whole nother world, but the process is a whole nother thing now. I did a song last night. You can get it on Spotify.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There it is.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
And you can do it in your bedroom. I mean, you don't even have to do something in your studios anymore. The big studios, you could do it,
Yep.
you know, in the back of that limo that you were riding around in
That's
Vegas.
right. That's right. Las Vegas, baby.
That's it. That's it. Oh, boy.
You saw me going around. I'm in the Delano Hotel here. You're going around turning the lights on, doing the back behind the scenes stuff on camera.
That's right. You did your own. That's nice lighting you got there. He's his own lighting director.
No lighting director.
Get you. So, Theo, you're involved in, the technology side of it too. Being a musician, you've seen how that has changed. How do you feel the music industry has changed from your perspective too, and the advent of the use of additional technological, components that you can use for the music now as well?
Oh my God, technology has changed tremendously. I can work on a piece here at my house, and I want a person of my choice to sing on it. I can simply email them my session, and they can sing on it and then send me back the MP3 file or the WAV file, and I can add it to my session. It's everybody's pretty much doing studio work from their home now.
Yeah.
And you got to get on board with that technology, or you're gonna be a dinosaur looking for a studio to work out of. And so that's what inclined me to learn the software and all of the things that I need to express myself musically. So I've gotten pretty decent at it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy arranging and producing and putting out product, and I can stand back and say, wow, I did that, and feel good about myself. So
yeah, that's really cool. That's really great. And like you said, you can send something to somebody that you want to perform it, and they can send it back to you, in a matter of hours, and boom, there it is, which is incredible,
Hey, Jim, just speaking to that, I just did that last week. I work with a young singer-songwriter by the name of Sam Martin. He lives out in Oregon now. He travels between LA and Oregon. And he sent me a track of a tune that he needed me to do some vocals on. We submit a lot of stuff for TV shows and movie soundtracks and that kind of stuff. And so I did the recording downstairs in my little studio in my home and sent him the vocals. And he called me up. He says, that was pretty good, but can you do it again? That's only half of it. The other half is, can I stay on the phone so I can hear what you're doing and kind of give you my advice in real time on what I think you're doing.
Right.
So he was on my cell phone, propped up on the little stand beside the microphone, and I'm singing, and he said, "Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Now try and do this." And he's a great singer himself, so he would give me yeah. So we did the session real time with him on the phone, and I sent him the session.
Wow.
Unheard of back in the day.
Unheard of back in the day, right?
Last week, that's exactly what happened. He coached me through the whole thing on the phone and in Oregon.
That's incredible. Yeah, and it's all changed too with how music is distributed, and also with the record labels, all the different labels, the big labels, now a lot of the independent, smaller labels as well. It's that whole side of it too. The business side has changed greatly, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Totally different.
Yeah, totally different process all around. The young guys, the ones I'm talking to, I try to stay connected to some of the young people, both from a mentoring side point of view and to stay close to the music myself. But I don't want the music to get past me. When I'm doing a project, I would like some of the elements of what's happening now. I don't want to sound like when you did, man, that was the sound in 1973.
Yes. Right.
So,
yeah.
So they, and they're having the challenges of the ones who are blessed to get record deals now, dealing with 360, what they call a 360, where where they get the record company gets a portion of everything you do, no matter what it is, touring, all of it. And so
all of it, yeah.
So the business itself is so different now. Even though it was sometimes a challenge getting your money from the record company back in the day, they didn't. You could go and tour on a hit record and make your money there.
And that was yours, yeah.
While you struggling fighting with them to get your royalties.
Right.
At least you can go on the road and make your money.
That's true.
Now they want a piece of that. They want to be, the record company wants to be to get a portion of your touring money. It's crazy. It's a totally different thing. Yeah.
Totally different, yeah.
That's indeed.
Joe Blunt, same thing. I'm sure you agree with the guys how different everything is now and how it's changed in a lot of different ways, huh?
Absolutely. The thing that hasn't changed, though, is that good quality music will always rise to the top.
Yes.
I don't care what happens. If it's good stuff, somebody's going to hear it.
Yeah.
It's going to be successful. But, the thing I always tell young folks nowadays is that, concentrate on your music and concentrate on doing what feels good and right to you. Not necessarily what you think might be super commercial, but what feels right to you. And in the end, it'll work itself out. Because 9 times out of 10, what you like and what feels good to you is going to feel good to somebody else too. And so it's a wide open field. And I like a lot of the new stuff that's coming out that some of the young cats are doing is some really good music.
Yeah.
And most of it has origins in the music that groups like the groups that we came from started off doing years and years ago.
Yeah.
It's one big cycle.
Yeah, like
you can hear that. You can hear that in TV commercials. Oh, Bruno Mars, yeah, huh?
Fantastic.
Yeah, really talented. You can be listening to TV commercials or movies or what have you, and you'll hear, something from earlier, even from the disco area, rhythms and beats from the disco age in commercials, rock music as well. And maybe you're with somebody who never heard the original song before, and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool beat," and I'm like, but that came out in 1974.
Right.
There's a full song, and there's a whole group with that. But they're using the beats and everything underneath, which is really kind of cool, huh? It's So, Voices of Classic Soul, you have some December stuff coming up, right? Tell us about some of the cool things, touring and other music that's coming out that you guys are working on that people can look forward to.
Yeah. December, we're starting on December the 7th. We'll be in Hallandale Beach, Florida, at Gulfstream racetrack there in the casino, and so we'll start there. And then on December the 8th, we'll be in Melbourne, Florida, at the Evans Center. And,
that's nice scheduling to be in warm and sunny Florida in December, huh?
I'm trying to tell you. And they kind of like us down there, so that makes it even better.
Yes,
yes. Won't get run out of town. And then we'll head up toward on the 10th, we'll be in Oklahoma City, up there doing. So we got a little 3-day run that we're doing up in there, and somewhere in the middle of all that, Theo is going to be running up in the Boston area, I think.
Oh, cool.
Up that way to do something. So we're kind of doing that. Then we're going to be up in Albany, New York on the 17th. Saratoga Springs, is it? New York, and we'll be
Saratoga Springs,
doing up there. So so it's nice little Christmas present for us. December, should I say, December for us.
Are you adding in Christmas music into it?
Yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of Christmas music. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is cool. That's really great. Did you last time you graced us with singing something? Did you want to throw something out, sing something for us? I know he said that with happy birthday too.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I think you, Joe. I think Joe C. You were the one who ended up gracing us with your.
I don't know what that is. They often decide that I'm the one that will say.
You are the.
Why is that? Yeah.
I tell you, I say you were
the designated hitter here.
Designated, the fearless leader, and
yeah.
So as you are there on your birthday weekend and your fabulous checkered shirt, on your birthday in the hotel,
in the hotel
with the look at this, huh? Let's take a look here.
Let me see. Am I looking at myself? What am I looking at? Las Vegas. So I like that. And I'm back.
That is nice. That is nice, huh? How long are you in Vegas for, Joe? Oh, your audio went out. It's all about now the world from big studios to just big figures. Are you your audio sort of conked out there? Yeah.
Well, it seemed like a good idea when it started out.
When he gave us the tour, you're muted. See the little mute sign next to your name? You're muted. Theo feels your pain.
Yes, I do.
That's why you're laughing like that.
There you go.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're back. I was saying Theo felt your pain.
Yes,
he was like, I spent a fortune on this microphone and this thing isn't working.
right. It is not
It's all a matter of just pressing whatever. What would you like to share with us, Joe? What would you like to?
Well, early on, I talked about the fact that the Platters kind of brought a sophistication.
Yes.
Not that the doo-wop wasn't great music. I still enjoy that music, but we just kind of brought a sophistication on in that kind of thing. So I just wanted to give a couple of stanzas of a song that I want to extend to the audience out here too. That my prayer is that you would have a great life, great joy in your life, that you would have wonderful experiences, and that you would find a love that beyond any love that you could imagine. And so Tony Williams would have said, "My prayer is to linger with you at the end of the day, in a dream that's divine. My prayer is a rapture in blue, with the world far away and your lips close to mine. My prayer and the answer you give, may they still be the same for as long as you live. My prayer and the answer you give, may they still be the same for as long as you live, that you'll always be there at the end of my prayer.
Wow.
I didn't know you told me the whole song.
Now I'm going to have to go lay down.
Going back to how the music industry has changed.
Yeah, just kidding.
One song and nap. Well, you've been up. You're partying hardy here all over Vegas.
Oh no, I got stuff to do. Yeah, I've got to go see Usher tonight.
Yes,
Usher show tonight. And before that, I've got one of my dear friends, Joe Cross, who sang with one of the Drifters groups is performing in a show called the Motown Extreme
Oh, wow. Good
at one of
stuff.
the theaters here. They have their own theater, and
Yeah.
so I'm going to be their guest at 7 tonight. So I'll be there to 7 to about 8:30.
Nice.
Shoot over to the Usher show, and so it's on.
You
We
got
rock
a
and
lot
rolling
going
up in
on for
here.
that birthday. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
want to ask you guys, because you're always welcome. We always keep the light on for you, the porch light. You're welcome back anytime. But before
Thank
we
you.
wrap, because you do have your things you got to do, I'll ask each of you, what are some of those blessings and joys continued in your life that propel you forward to want to still perform, connect, inspire, empower, and share all this great music and love and joy with all of us? And I'll start with you, Joe Coleman.
Well, for me, part of my passion is working with young people and connecting with young people, and so what this music allows me to do is to be some form of a mentor to young people, and an example that if you persevere and carry on and continue on, you can reach your goals and be that person that you always want to be in terms of either both a profession and as a human and as a man in my case, or woman, So the blessing for me is that I can pass this music on to young people, mentor them, talk to them about the music. Our audience is getting younger. There are younger people coming to our audiences, which is a great blessing. It lets me know that music in fact will continue, so that's really important to me. And and I look at the great blessings that God has given me. I have a wonderful wife and family and people who support me, and I can take all of these experiences over 40, 50 years of doing music and traveling around the world and meld them into what I think is a great life that God allows me to continue living. And I'm just grateful. That's the story right there.
That is the story, and that's so beautifully said. Joe Blunt, how about you? What are some of those continued blessings and joys in your life that propel you to want to continue to inspire and empower and share all this great music for all of us?
Well, music has become such a part of my life over the years of all the musical experiences that I've had throughout my life, and I just look forward to continuing on with what we've been doing and continuing to make great music. I fortunately have 10 grandkids that I love and dearly, and that I want to see. Some of them probably will follow in my footsteps. Some of them have some great musical gifts of their own, and I just want to be remembered as someone who loved what he does and want to continue doing it as long as I can.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. And again, 10 grandkids. Wow. That is amazing. That's beauty right there, and joy and blessing. And Theo, how about you? What are some of the continued blessings and joys in your life to want to continue to make the music, share the music, inspire and empower all of us, and just make us feel good through the music?
Well, I think both of my brothers covered it quite well. The only thing I would add to that is I'm blessed to be able to singing makes me happy, and I enjoy singing. And then to see that being well received by an audience that makes them happy, that's what more can you ask for? I'm blessed to be able to do what I do, and I'm eternally grateful for it.
That's beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, that rug behind you, that's cool. Does that look like there piano keys on that rug? Are there piano keys on that?
Well, I know I can't eat over the rug because I get killed by my wife. So I don't know what this rug is, but she's the coordinator of everything. And this is just my workspace.
It's not a shabby workspace.
Thank you.
Not bad, not bad.
Mhm.
All of you, again, are truly epic guys, great talents, fun guys, real, you're authentic. What's cool about all of you, which is what I loved about you, in knowing your work, following your work, being a fan of your work even before we got together, a year or so ago on this show, and having you come back, is that there are no airs about you guys. You're grounded. You really care about the music. You care about the fans. There's no airs about you. It's just the best way to really say it. Joe C is Joe C. Joe B is Joe B. Theo is Theo. That's what you get. You're fun, you care, you're super talented, you're authentic, and it's from the heart and soul, and you're the real deal. And I think that's refreshing in these industries. And I think that's another thing, in addition to the talent and the music, people gravitate to, that you guys are the real deal, and you're having fun and you're loving life, and you appreciate it, and you respect each other, and you have your faith, and all of that drives you forward, and people can spot that and they can feel that. And that's part of why you guys have been so successful individually, and why you are with Voices of Classic Soul. So continued blessings to all of you and to your families. You're welcome back anytime. We'll keep that light on for you. And he was here last time, but Mr. George Burns just wanted to say he enjoyed seeing you guys again.
Hi, George.
He said you guys knocked it out of the park. He was in the audience for many of the shows over the years with Drifters and Platters and Four Tops and Temptations and all. And he said you guys are truly the best. So love from George, who played God in the movies, and you got God on your side, which is always a plus, right?
Praise God. That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate you.
You guys are the best. Thanks for stopping by the show. Happy birthday again to Joe. Best of the holidays and the tour coming up. And be well, and we'll chat again soon, guys. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Jim, for a great interview. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, man.
I appreciate that. And as my father has always said, Joe, he told us this when we were kids, still says it: whenever anybody says something kind or nice to you, ask them to please put it in writing and address it management.
I get that.
I will put that one from you.
That's it. Cheers, my friend.
All right.
You enjoy.
Take care now.
Take care now.
Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye now. Cool stuff. Great guys, right? Another fantastic conversation with Voices of Classic Soul. Here's the website. Check it out. Check out the dates. Check out the music, and support, because they're really the real deal. And that's what I love. I love when I have guests that pop on the show, even in my professional work. As you guys know, I work in television and radio professionally. As a matter of fact, it was a really busy day. I had 4 radio shows today. We had 2 TV shoots, and it's a Saturday. But the guys know what I'm talking about. You're always working. You're always doing your thing. If you love what you do, it just comes automatically. And the ability to connect with people and share with people as a broadcaster, as a communicator, that's what I've always done on television, radio, and stage and film. And that's what the guys do. They have so much fun together. They have such great reverence for each other and respect for one another. They're like brothers. And they're funny, aren't they? It was kind of fun to whip out that clip from the last time the guys were here. And when Joe took the long way to sing the happy birthday. So I said, we've got to return that favor, and we must sing Joe Coleman happy birthday. So we did. And that was really, really cool. Thanks for all the great comments. We'll take a look at some of the comments that are still pouring in. All of the viewers watching around the world. If you ever want to comment during the show live in our lovely chat room, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is jimmasterstv. That is where we house all of the episodes. Do you know we've done, as of now, almost 900 episodes of this series live, almost 7 days a week in just 2.5 years, which is amazing, really amazing. You guys are fantastic. Maureen, thank you very, very much. We appreciate that. She did a super chat. We love that. Maureen also says that was divine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're very happy Old girl. No, you're not, Maureen. Maureen in Arizona watching, one of our lovelies. She did this generous super chat in my favorite color, green. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Maureen. You are really a blessing with that. And Merlin says, bravo. And it's also, I believe, Merlin's birthday. So happy, happy, happy birthday to Merlin, one of our loyal lovelies who watches in the Toronto, Ontario area, Innerkip in Canada. Blessings to you and happy, happy birthday to Merlin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Merlin. Happy birthday to you. There you go. There you go. I know you're all happy. You got goosebumps now. You're going to tell everybody at the supermarket, Jim Master just sang you happy birthday. Every once in a while, we like to do that for some of our lovelies. And Ms. Pat in Texas says, sigh. That's nice. You've had goosebumps. You had goosebumps when Joe was singing. Fabulous. Christine Clifton is in the house. Wow, that was so wonderful, Joe, when he was singing. Happy girl now, Maureen. Yes, that was a real treat. Absolutely. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for all of these great comments. Just scrolling through real quick. And Anne is in Southern California. Good to see you, Ann. If you missed any of this episode, or you can go back in our archives and see the original episode when Voices of Classic Soul were here. It was hilarious then, too. It happened to be my birthday weekend. You can see that full episode right here on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and check it out. Really amazing people that have been here. Melba Moore has come through. Melissa Manchester has been here. The Pointer Sisters. Frida Payne has been here as well. We've had extraordinary guests from all different backgrounds, not just music, television, Broadway, Hollywood, film, sports, comedy, inspiration, have all been here. Maureen says, this has been an absolutely sensational conversation. I love the sense of humor that each of you have. I know when the guys are on the show, all four of us, we it's just like we've been chatting for years. It's just so automatic. And I really, really was looking forward to them being back on the show because I knew it was just going to be fun and we just roll with it. As you guys know, I do this not really as interviews. I do this kind of old school, like Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson, conversational. That's what I prefer. And it's my style is warm and conversational. I think it's more engaging. I think the viewers like you, the lovelies, you get more out of it when we're having a conversation instead of just an interview. You know, tell us about where you're performing, what's the new CD, that kind of thing. It's much more deeper. So you say, I love the sense of humor that each of you have. May God continue to bless you. Absolutely. Joe, and Theo. Exactly. Thank you for this beautiful serenade. Yeah, the guys, you know, very busy, and we really appreciate them taking their time. This is Joe Coleman's birthday weekend. And when we were chatting before the show came on, he literally was in a limousine being driven to the hotel, and he was showing us the sights of Vegas. And, you know, and Theo just ran in from his errands and Joe got himself all set up, Joe Blunt. So we appreciate the guys, you know, coming in on a Saturday, popping in. Really kind of them to do that. And Merlin says, cheers to you guys. Keep going. Absolutely. Carla is watching in South America. We love it when Carla is here. Carla is watching in beautiful Brazil. Good to see you, Carla. We love when you're here from South Africa. It's always fantastic. Sherry Larson in Kansas says, thank you for being here tonight. Nice. Yes. If you miss anything, watch the archives. You're all wonderful. I agree. The guys really are. They're true talents, and they really care about what they do. Lots of comments here. Thanks so much. And Jane watching in Sweden says, thanks for the show tonight, Jim. Well, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for being here. We appreciate that. And Jane says, claps coming in from beautiful Sweden, where it's late. And Merlin says, thank you, Jim. My pleasure. Maureen says, that was so nice, Jim. Happy birthday, Merlin, as well. And thank you, Jim, for tonight and all the other shows. We love you. Love you back, Sherry. Love you back. And we were on a whirlwind of TV shoots recently in Fort Lauderdale and Texas and California and all over. Nevada. It was really beautiful and just so super busy, but love it. Well, Anne says the Jim Master Show archives on our YouTube channel are a blessing. Yeah, hundreds of episodes you can sit back and watch and enjoy for all of you. And good stuff. We really appreciate this. Carla in South America says, always following you, Mr. Lovety, in beautiful Brazil. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Carla. Christine says, in North Carolina, it was a joy having Voices of Classic Soul back with us tonight. A really entertaining conversation, great energy, and Lovety Hall, which is what all this is. You guys call this Lovety Hall, and I love that. And for sure, she says, and thanks for the wonderful show, Jim. Pleasure is all mine, gang. Absolutely all mine. If you ever missed any of our episodes, check it all out. We thank the guys. Yes, Joe Coleman, Joe Blunt, Theo Peoples for joining us here on the Jim Masters Show Live, keeping us abreast of what they've been up to, talking about their passions, talking about, the time with the original groups they were with, their legendary careers, coming together once again on the Jim Masters Show Live series to share some wisdom, levity, and we appreciate Joe Coleman belting out a tune for us as well, which was really something. Don't miss them, gang. If they are in a town near you or city near you, do not miss the guys, voicesofclassicsoul.com. Not only will you hear fantastic music that you love, but what was really cool, if you were listening closely, is the guys were saying there's a lot of new stuff they're working on, some new material. So that's really exciting, and that is really cool. So you'll be able to check that out, keep you abreast of that as well. And it was really cool. We were showing throughout the show some earlier shots, the then and now shots of Joe Coleman and Joe Blunt, Theo Peoples. This was Joe Coleman too, back in the day. And yeah, really cool stuff. And Joe Blunt, of course, here. And of course, Theo, and just good stuff. Very, very talented guys. And they truly are American musical treasures on so many levels, and we appreciate them being here. Appreciate all of you as well. Thanks for all these great comments. Jane says in Sweden it's 2:22 a.m. and in 40 minutes from now in Sweden you're going to go to winter. That's right. Yeah, we're in fall here. We're on the East Coast of the United States in the New York area, between New York and Boston, southern New England, and we're going to be entering winter, but not yet. Not yet. We're still here. The foliage here in the Northeast is stunning. This is our time right now to shine, but you're going to be entering winter soon. It's really late, 2:20. That's the loyalty we have of our international viewers, 2:22 a.m. And she's here watching the Jim Masters Show series live at 2:22 a.m. We appreciate that. Gang, if you would like to see any of this again, feel free to binge watch on all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. There's a thumbs up sign, an icon that's a little thumbs up on our YouTube channel on all the episodes, including this one with the guys from Voices of Classic Soul. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like. That's what the thumbs up is. And drop a comment for us on the YouTube channel as well. Let us know how much you enjoyed this episode and all the episodes you enjoy. Leave a comment when you do that. We love it. We appreciate it. But also YouTube sees that. They take it and they blast this episode out to even more people, which is very, very special. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything when you do that. So I don't know why they call it subscribe, but it should say love. Click the subscribe button and you'll be part of the Jim Masters Show Lovety family, which we really appreciate. All right, gang. Nice stuff. You retired 1 year ago. That's right. From the airport there in Sweden. You sure did. 1 year ago, you retired. And I hope you're enjoying your retirement. One more time, we thank Joe Coleman, Joe Blunt, Theo Peoples for gracing us with their presence right here on the Jim Masters Show Live series. Want to let you know that we've got another amazing guest coming up tomorrow. Hey, if you didn't know, recently Burt Ward was here. He played Robin on Batman. Yeah, Batman and Robin. Burt was here. We had an amazing conversation. Check that episode out. Loretta Swit from MASH was with us recently. We had an extraordinary conversation, extended conversation with her. I don't know if you saw that. Renee Nesbitt, the wonderful Grammy and Emmy-nominated Celtic violinist from Celtic Woman, Celtic Spells, Rocktopia, and so much more. Dear friend of mine. I've known her for years, ever since Celtic Woman came over to the States, and I interviewed her on PBS. She played live for us. Her new song, Men of the House, is out. Check it out on all platforms. You'll love it. And coming up tomorrow, singer, songwriter, Canadian singer too, is coming to us live from Canada. Lead singer of the rock group Shy Harry, Eric Bolton, is going to be stopping by the Jim Masters Show live series tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Eric will be in the house. So check that out. He's also going to perform for us. So he's got a new album out as well. He hails from Canada, and we're excited about that. We've got guests booked for weeks and weeks and weeks for you guys here on the Jim Masters Show Live, and it's really, really cool. What started out as something that I was just doing on the side to what I do professionally in television and radio has become quite an amazing show, and that's what we call this, or shoe, as Ed Sullivan used to say. It's a great shoe right here, the Jim Masters Show. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Again, it was a really busy day for me. I was in the television studio interviewing and doing a television news segment, hosting, producing. Really busy day, and I had 3 radio shows. Very busy time. You know, I have a busy career, but I'm so glad we get a chance to connect, you know, to have a wonderful opportunity. And then I was at a fabulous 20th anniversary event at the beautiful Mystic Aquarium in Mystic, Connecticut. It was a gala dinner party celebrating one of the companies I do some independent freelance work for as a television host, NMC, National Media Connection, and I've hosted a lot of shows and co-hosted for them. And they were celebrating their 20th anniversary, and it was a beautiful, beautiful cocktail hour and dinner and cake, and it was just a lot of levity. And that was last night, and it was so fantastic, and we loved that. And that was inside the beautiful Mystic Aquarium, which is in Mystic, Connecticut, which is a famous place and really, really nice. Anyway, just a lot of cool things that have been happening, and we love all of you. Thanks for being with us here on the Jim Masters Show Live, wherever you're watching around the world. We thank you for being here. We thank you for all the levity and all the comments and good stuff coming in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Love and hugs to all from Sherry, and thumbs up from Jane and everybody here. This is your host, Jim Masters, signing off. We don't say goodbye around here. We say see you later. Ciao, cheers, shalom, sayonara, hasta la vista, moilu, slancha. Take care. Be well. Don't forget to love one another and take care of one another. Don't forget to breathe from the diaphragm. Don't forget to relax. And just don't forget to really treasure the simple moments, the simple things in life, because every moment is fleeting. Every moment is a gift. And the fact that you're here, you're breathing, you woke up today, it's a home run. You win. You know what I mean? The fact that we are here right now in this moment of time together. You're watching the show. I'm hosting the show. We're linked. We're together. Voices of Classic Soul popped on the show for some fun and a little music. The fact that we're here, that's a blessing. So count those blessings. If you are a follower and fan of the Jim Masters Show series, you know I talk about that a lot. I always sprinkle some of that in to what we do here. Take care of one another and take care of yourself. And take a moment to breathe in this fast-paced, crazy, unpredictable, chaotic world. And the world seems to be needing a lot of levity, needing good music like what Voices of Classic Soul delivers, and needing some kind words, some laughs, all the things that we do on our show with the myriad of guests that we have, no matter who the guest is and where they come from or what their body of work is, what their level of celebrity is, what they've accomplished, or what they're doing with their lives now. We always manage to have some inspiration, some empowerment, some levity, and some levity. And that is the magic of what we do here at the Jim Masters Show Live. So again, if you're having a tough day, if you're watching the news and it's, making you either frustrated or angry or sad or confused, know that we are here at the Jim Masters Show Live. Whether you watch live or you watch these episodes in the archives later on, and we thank you for that as well. Those of you who catch the show when it's not live, you watch it quietly later on, you're valuable as well, and we thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. Do the thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know that you're doing it, and we appreciate that so much. But again, it is an interesting time in our lives, and an interesting time in the world, and just take a moment to think about the things in your life that you're grateful for. Gratitude is so important. Be grateful for the things in your life that you have, no matter what it is. If you had dinner tonight, if you have a roof over your head, you have clothes on your back. How do you like this shirt? Kind of cool. I got this at a men's shop when I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we took a trip up to Boca Raton, and I was doing the TV shoot. So I am sporting this shirt for you. This is brand new. This is the first time I'm wearing this shirt anywhere on Earth, on this spinning planet, is right here. It's nice and soft. It's comfortable. And I got it when we were on the TV shoot. We had some downtime, and we were passing a men's shop in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton area, and just took a quick, run in. We weren't going to stay in there. We just took a run in there and looked around, and oh, that looks kind of nice. Will it fit in the luggage? Will I be able to squeeze it in the luggage with everything else? And we managed to get it in there, and we're sporting it for you tonight. All right, gang. Good to have you here. Lots of comments coming in. Maureen says, you are a blessing. You are a blessing, Jim. Thank you so very much for existing. Well, I appreciate that. And I'll have to give credit to my mom and dad masters. One night they decided to get extra romantic. And out of that evening, I developed. So I often say for myself and siblings that our parents, I work with a lot of producers. I am a producer as well. But I say that our parents are our executive producers. They produced me. They produced you. Your parents produced you. So it's kind of like they are the executive producers. So I give credit to them, tip my hat to mom and dad masters. But I thank you very much. And I'm glad that I'm existing for you, and glad that you exist for us. Kindred spirits here at Loveity Hall. Absolutely. Maureen says, okay, reminding me of all that is good in my life. You're making my eyes leak. Well, it's so true, and we're overdue for a pop-up show. We'll have to do one soon. Carla, it's so good to see you. I've missed seeing you for a while. I know you watch all the shows when you can, but we love when you're here. And I've always loved that profile photo of her, that smile that she's got there in beautiful South America. We send you love to South America from us here in the United States. And that shirt looks great on Jim. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You got that little sign, that emoji that looks like that, right? With the smile right back at you. I love it. Yes. You want me to eat and relax? Thank you very much. I shall do that. Tonight I had some homemade chili. Yes, we had some chili. On all these TV shoots, we've been eating in all these restaurants, after we've been done shooting. What does shooting mean for those who might not know? I think you know it, but that's filming, videotaping, filming, getting digital images. That's what shooting is. You're shooting film. You're on a television shoot or a movie shoot or whatever. So we've been eating at some fantastic restaurants. Matter of fact, if you've followed me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at jimmasterstv, you've probably seen the escapades and have seen some of the work on the television shoots and some of the restaurants we've been going to. Some good diners, some great breakfast places, waffles and pancakes and bacon, and some really good restaurants we've been going to as well on these TV shoots that have nothing to do with the TV shoot. This is the food we eat after. It's been really, really great. So tonight we said, gonna have some chili, gonna have something hearty, and we got chili, homemade chili We had some nice chili with the bread, and it was really delicious with a chocolate brownie. Not bad, huh? Chocolate brownie. Now I'm going to have to swim in the ocean to work it all off. Glad you guys love the shirt. This is the first time I'm wearing it. Again, we got it when I was in Florida on the TV shoot. And actually, when we were in the men's shop, and then when we stopped off at Macy's at the Broward Mall there in Macy's, this shirt might not have been the only thing that I had to cram in the luggage. That's all I admit to. That's all I'm going to say. All I know is that the luggage was a little bit heavier leaving Fort Lauderdale and our TV shoot than when we were on the plane flying to Fort Lauderdale and the TV shoot. I don't know how that happened, that the luggage ended up being heavier. This shirt couldn't have done that because it's one shirt. Actually, there was a few other things that we picked up while we were there. I love going into the stores when we are visiting family or I'm on work projects in Florida. You just have a lot of cool stuff in the stores, a lot of color and a lot of just cool stuff. And fess up, Jim. Maureen wants me to fess up. Yeah, well, that might take an hour show just to fess up. I wonder who ever came up with the word fess. That's a cool word, isn't it? Fess up. There was a couple of sport coats. I do have a walk-in closet, but again, what I do for a living, I'm on television, I'm on film and stage, and it's because I need it for my career. So anyway, that's, but what's cool? This time of the year, it's sweater weather, and I love sweaters and turtlenecks and cardigans, and I just love them. And I get that from my dad. My dad has always enjoyed sweaters and probably got passed down. And we're whipping out all the different sweaters. Some of them I'm wearing on this series here, but I think there was a couple of shirts, and I think there was some slacks and maybe a sport coat or two that ended up in my luggage when I was in Florida. Is that a good fess up? Did I fess up enough? I mean, I don't know how far I can go with the fessing up because I don't want to. You love the look of guilt on your face. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she added here. I love the look of guilt on your face. Does it show? Am I turning red? Carla, love you. Miss chatting live with you, but I always follow you because I am your Brazilian lovity originally. Yes, you are. You are our Brazilian lovity and our original Brazilian lovity, and we love you back. We love you back. And all right, maybe this. Okay, I have this thing here. I don't know if I'll be wearing this on the show, but it just happens to be here next to me. This actually I did not get in Florida. This got, if you have followed me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at jimmasterstv, you probably know that we went up to this annual fall foliage trip. And I have to tell you, the fall foliage right here, right now is unbelievably fantastic. It's really, there's been no storms that have come through. So all the leaves are just, and when the sun hits it, the leaves are really on fire. And I've been posting some fall foliage photos as well. And I'll post some more tomorrow. But when we were visiting this really cool place up in Massachusetts called Shelburne Falls, there is this bridge, and it's a very New England historic area, little shops, coffee shops, restaurants, pizza places, gift shops. We posted some photos of that trip as well, our fall foliage trip. But I'm a hat guy too. You guys know I love hats. And I've got a buddy of mine too, as a composer in New Jersey, John LaBarbera. He was a guest on our show twice. Remember, the brilliant guitarist? He played all those different guitars. He's a hat guy too. I wear baseball caps. I wear them all. So we stopped off at this shop, in the evening after we were visiting Shelburne Falls in Massachusetts, because they have this beautiful bridge that's called the Bridge of Flowers. And the entire bridge is a walking bridge over the Deerfield River. There's a car bridge next to it, a trestle, old style car bridge. But next to it, there is this beautiful cement architecturally beautiful bridge of flowers. And there are nothing but flowers on the bridge, not flowers in vases. I mean, you walk the path over the river, not through the woods, just over the river, remember that? Over the river, what is that? Over the river, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. They're going to be singing that soon on Thanksgiving. I think it's Charlie Brown, right? I digress. Going over the bridge, walking over the bridge of flowers, we did that. Flowers on each side, all kinds of rare flowers and trees. Really, it's something very special. It's a major place for people to visit. So we were stopping at this shop, and just say, there's some really funky, cool shops there too, and picked up this actually 2 of them, or maybe 4 different ones, 4 different ones. But since I have this here, picked up this really cool hat. This thing is cool, isn't it? Look at this hat. This is really cool. This hat, it's like a tweed. This is really, I should really be doing a pop-up show for this. This hat is fantastic. It's comfortable and it's like a tweed. Look at the design. This hat was made in Portugal. This is a Portuguese hat, and it's a guy's hat, although probably a woman. Today it seems to be everything is mix and match, sunglasses, everything. But this is a guy's hat, and it's really cool. So we're probably going to bring this to Florida, over the Christmas holiday time when we visit family, and maybe you'll see me sporting this on the beach. Hey, I can be a ventriloquist. I love ventriloquism. This could be my alter ego. How are you today? I'm doing all right. How are you? Oh, I'm having a great day. We just had Voices of Classic Soul on the show. Oh, you did? I must have missed it. I came in late. Well, we have the Jim Master Show archives. You can watch hundreds of episodes. Jim, you say that all the time. Well, of course, because we always have new viewers, and sometimes they don't know that we can show them all those episodes that we have worked hard to do. Hours of incredible content delivered for their pleasure. Oh, that's cool. That's really great. I love it. I'm going to have to check that out, man. So anyway, maybe we have a new cast of character here. Isn't this cool? We may have to do it, but this is something else, huh? This again was made in Portugal. There was only one. Actually, there's another one somewhere around that is a similar version. I saw 2 of them. So we're going to probably wear this cool thing in Florida when we go on the, made in Portugal. Really beautiful, cool stuff. It's a guy's hat, but women could probably wear it too. And it's really cool. So what do you think? See the tweed, the workmanship in that? Look at the design. Just as cool. So we picked this up in Massachusetts when we were in Shelburne Falls, and we got another hat for the collection, the talking hat, right? Yeah, talking hat. There you go. So there you go. And cool stuff. So I wasn't going to show that, but there it is. So that was another purchase at a different time. Maureen says, that is freaking awesome. I approve of the purchase. Fantastic. I love that. Jane loves the fact that I had a brownie. She's laughing at the talking hat. And I know talkative hat as his owner. Oh, you're saying that I'm talkative? Thank God, right? I'd be in the wrong career, the wrong industry if I wasn't talkative. You know what's really amazing? I'm talkative, and then there's times when I'm not. Like, for example, I'll give you a cool example before we go. I was in a television studio since 8 o'clock this morning, and we wrapped around 2 in the afternoon, and I was hosting and producing, and I was interviewing a guest that flew in from Phoenix, Arizona. The guest actually for the television show, the television news feature that I did was from Phoenix. And, there's a lot of talking involved in the interview. And, but when I was done with the television shoot, the radio shows, and then I was done with the, 4 or 5 hour television shoot, when I went back home after having some lunch, I was quiet because I had been talking for hours, on the air or in the TV studio, and just wanted to I didn't have anything to say. We had the TV on and we were watching TV and listening to some music too, and just coming down and deamping in between the television shoot and knowing that I was going to be doing this show live for like 2 hours. I never, I never put a time on this. Sometimes it could be half hour, but I knew that there was going to be some chatting. So I wanted to save all the energy and all the stamina for all of you. So I'd say for a couple of hours in between the television shoot today and this show now, I said only a few words. I really didn't talk much. And tomorrow we're going to be back on live tomorrow, but probably in the morning, I'm going to be quiet and just relax on Sunday morning. We'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, I like that. Yes, that's right. Talkative means communicative. Absolutely right. Definitely a communicator, Carla. I wish I could hear your voice, Carla. I wish you could record a video or something of you. Here you are, and show us Brazil. Send me a video of you in beautiful Brazil, and maybe we'll air it on the show. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that. It is written XOXOXOXO on your hat. Isn't that cool? What? Hey, I didn't see that. Good eye. It actually is. Look, I cannot believe that. Carla, you're amazing. All the way there in South America. Here I am holding the thing and I didn't notice it. She's right. Look at that. It does say XOXOXOXO in here in different parts of the hat. How cool is that? Wow. This is definitely a Mr. Levity hat then. We talk about that light, love, and levity on the show. How uncanny is that? I truly, and I'm not, I'm not making this up. I didn't know that. I was just looking at the color and the texture and the tweed and everything. And I just like the shape of it. And, it fits perfectly. And I didn't know that this hat we got in Massachusetts on our fall foliage weekend trip has the XOXOs on it. Look at that. It does. Look at that. Great eye, Carla. Score 1 for Carla. Levity, Brazilian Levity, original Brazilian Levity in Brazil. Wonderful Carla. XOXOXO. Isn't that cool? So when I walk around with this hat on the beach or wherever else, I'm going to be spreading a lot of levity. How cool is that? And it came from Portugal. Isn't it amazing? Portugal right now is such a popular place. We have cousins that went to Portugal for their honeymoon. You may remember we shared those photos on Facebook of the wedding we were at in beautiful Vermont. And they went to Portugal. A lot of people, Portugal is a top destination right now. I have yet to go to Portugal. That is on my list. We haven't made it to Portugal. I would love to get to Portugal. So give us a reason to go to Portugal and maybe we'll do the show there. We love this energy of talking, Jim. I love it too. You're going to record the voice for it. Perfect. Yes. Send it to us. Send it to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Send it as like an MP4 and we'll be able to play it. Or an MP3 if it's audio, MP4 if you're going to be on it for video. And we'd love to hear your voice. If you want to do that, gang, if you want us to hear your voice, send us a video and maybe we'll air it on a pop-up show and we can hear everybody's voices. We can hear Jane speaking with her Swedish accent. We can hear Carla with her Brazilian accent. We can hear all the different sounds. You're right, Maureen. That is a genuine Levity hat. It really, really, really is. We got sidetracked. We have all the Levity merch. We've got the logos. We've got everything ready to go. And we're hoping to get that out before the holidays. You guys want shirts and mugs and everything. We've got the design. We've got it all ready to go. Right now, we're just topping off how we're going to do the distribution because there's a lot of people that want our Levity, Jim Master Show Levity, this stuff here with that Jim Masters logo that we have. Hey, did you guys notice we have the gold pumpkins here for this time of the year? It happens to be Halloween weekend at the time of the show. So we've got the gold pumpkins we're sporting there here as we change the set a little bit. Kind of nice, huh? All right. Good stuff. Christine says, this sure is XOXOXO. Hugs and kisses. Such a perfect hat for Jim. Mr. Levity, thank you very much, Christine. I know, I couldn't believe. LOXOXO. I know. You got great eyesight. You spotted that, and I didn't even see it. Cool stuff. You guys are great. Love chatting with you. A little post-show chat, right? The guys from Voices of Classic Soul joining us here today and having a good time. And now a little chat with you before we wrap up. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's, life is treating you well and things are going well for you. And I know, again, life can be a little nutty and a little crazy. And sometimes, you just got to stop and breathe and put a little music on, or, have a brownie, or go outside, get some fresh air, get yourself amongst nature, call a friend. I like to do that. Call a friend. The love of family, time spent with family is precious. We love doing that. We love spending family time with our family. It's very important to me and to our family members. Fortunately, we've got a big and close family, so we're blessed with that. Even if you don't have a big family, even if there's just a few people in your life, spend time, cherish the moments. They are fleeting. And it's just the fact that we can come here together like this in Levity Hall and spend this kind of time and have this energy and talk and communicate and laugh. I think that's nice. Carla says, yeah, the gold pumpkins, a fancy Halloween vibe. There it is. Double. That's double Levity there in gold pumpkin style, dressing up our set a little bit for this time of the year. Holiday time, Christmas comes on, and we love that. It's one of my favorite times of the year is Christmas. Big Christmas guy here. And we got a lot of great shows and cool guests coming up for all of you. This show is very interactive. Again, we don't call it an interview show. It's not me just talking at you. We love having you here as well. Christine says, Carla, you do have a great eye for seeing things. Still remember how you loved the glass turtle on Jim's set. If I'm remembering that correctly, the glass turtle is right next to the I Dreamy Genie bottle back there. Yes, the glass turtle is there. That was from a friend who had a shop in Connecticut. She had a Christmas shop, and that glass turtle is used to be over there, right? Carla remembered that, and you do as well, Christine. The glass turtle is crystal, and it was given as a gift maybe 10 years ago, because the friend who owned the Christmas shop knew that I love turtles. I love animals anyway, but I love turtles, and had turtles when I was a kid. We had turtles, we had fish, we had a dog, we had a cat, but the turtles. And she remembered that, and there was a crystal turtle in her shop, and she just said, "Take this, Jim. I want you to have it with love." And I thought that was so cool. It still touches me today. We're still friends, and the turtle is right back there. Yeah, hanging out with Jeannie. Maureen says, borrowing a tune from an existing song, what the world needs now is lovity, sweet lovity. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. That's right, that there's just too little of. You are right. Exactly. I agree. I think everybody should sing that, right? We should probably end our shows that way. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. La, 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 la. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the holidays are coming up, so we're going to be singing some more for you guys. That's one thing I haven't shared as much on this show is singing. I've done it every now and then, and I do sing. I've been singing for years. For some reason, I've just never really shared it because we're always celebrating everybody else that I haven't done it as much on this show, but I promise we will bring more of that into the holidays and then into next year as well. Because we're working on some cool things, some musical things behind the scenes with some friends in the industry. So I can't say much, but there are some cool things happening in that vein, in the musical vein. So cool stuff. You guys are great. We'd love to hear Jane's voice in Swedish. That would be great, huh? You guys are great. Look at all these great comments that are still coming in here at this late hour. This sure is XOXO, hugs and kisses. So perfect. The hat. Yeah, that hat. Cool stuff. I know that hat's cool, huh? Yeah, it really is. Well, Gilligan has one too, but his is just a white hat. You know, but it's a similar style, isn't it? For Gilligan, Bob Denver, Gilligan's Island. All right. I think we've earned our keep here, haven't we? I think we've entertained and informed and educated and inspired and everything else we can throw at you guys and gals. Love having you here. It's always a blessing. It's always a pleasure. We thank Voices of Classic Soul. We thank all of you. This is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time. Till next time on the Jim Masters Show Live series. All right, who's going to play us out? We have our Jim Masters Orchestra that plays the theme, which usually Jen Barry in Pennsylvania has always loved our theme show music, the music we used to have and the new music that we have now. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and comment, as we always say. All right, gang. And it's so true. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. La, 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 la. I can sing that high or low. What would you like? You want me to sing it low? What the world needs now. Well, you want it high. What the world needs now. Guys, nice chatting with you. Just taking a look at the comments here. When you see me lean in, I'm looking at the comments appear over here for me. I know it's like the flip side for you because you're probably like, why does Jim look over there when everything is sort of like this way? Because it's sort of reversed for us here in our Lovity Hall studio. Guys, nice chatting with you. Have a great weekend. And Lovity's Jim and love you all. We love you back. Carla, 3 minutes left for summertime. Summertime. And now winter. So in 3 minutes, Jane is going to start singing jingle bells, jingle all the way. As she's going to be welcoming winter. First time watching the Jim Masters Show live, don't make it your last. Join us here for fun and levity and whatever else we can throw at you often. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're loving this episode, always you can do super chat, super emojis, super stickers. That can be done in the live chat when the show is live, or you can do super thanks, which is the little heart icon that's under every episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, guess what? Give us a like on our YouTube channel. And if you like what you're watching, join us daily on the Jim Masters Show Live. All right, gang. So nice to see Carla. So nice to see all of you again. And we will meet up. We're back tomorrow. Got a great guest. Eric Bolton is here, singer-songwriter, lead singer, rock group. Shy Harry is going to perform for us. He's going to tell us his story and share right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. All right, gang. We'll see you again soon. Take care of one another. Be good to one another. And we love you all right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. All right. Take care and be well. We'll see you again soon. This was fun, wasn't it? Cheers.